Let's get straight into it. We're going to be talking about a few myths. The first myth is that eating disorders are about food. It might be challenging to believe that food is not actually the real issue here, particularly when there is so much focus on it.
Dr. Anita Johnson refers to food as something like a smokescreen. She calls it the red herring. When we talk about a red herring, we're saying this is something that's designed to divert attention away from something else.
So with disordered eating, the food becomes the red herring, the thing that distracts you from the real issues.
It's not only the person with an eating disorder that becomes distracted with the food. It is also you, the parents, and even well-meaning professionals get distracted.
So it's really important to recognise that food is not the problem. All the focus on food simply distracts away from the real issues.
The second myth you may have heard is that eating disorder is about someone trying to get attention.
This is a really oversimplified idea of what eating disorders are about. The truth is that many people with eating disorders go to great lengths to hide what's going on because they feel so much shame.
Eating disorders are complex, but they are definitely a way to cope. In saying that, no one would ever choose an eating disorder as a way of coping. They are not about a choice or how to get attention.
We say that eating disorders are not about someone trying to get attention, but rather they are actually about trying to bring attention to something.
The third myth is that anorexia is the only serious eating disorder.
Mortality rates associated with eating disorders are higher than any other mental illness. Anorexia is the most lethal eating disorder, with people dying from both the medical complications resulting from the illness and also suicide.
Whilst the rates of death with bulimia are much lower than anorexia, the complications resulting from purging and laxative abuse can also be fatal.
All eating disorders have serious medical complications. Anorexia has a more visible impact. However, the complications from other disorders can be as costly to the person's long-term health.
The fourth myth is that eating disorders are about dieting gone wrong.
Eating disorders are serious and complex disorders. Dieting has been shown to be the one thing that ensures an eating disorder begins.
But eating disorders are about way more than dieting. So don't get caught up on making this the focus.
Diets are fads, but eating disorders, they are definitely not.
Myth 5, eating disorders are about appearance and beauty. This is a common misconception because there is so much focus for the person with an eating disorder on appearance.
This is indicated by the continuation of eating disorders long after a person has reached their target weight.
Eating disorders are usually related to emotional issues such as control, low self-esteem, and repressing or restricting feelings.
Sure, society's focus on what women should look like absolutely impacts women with eating disorders.
But this is not what they are about.
The sixth myth is that eating disorders are caused by unhealthy and unrealistic images from the media.
Whilst media can contribute or trigger the development of an eating disorder, the reality is that not everyone exposed to media images of thin ideal body images develop an eating disorder.
Eating disorders such as anorexia nervosa have been documented in the medical literature since the 1800s, when social concepts of an ideal body shape for women and men differed significantly from what they do today.
So knowing these myths gives you a great advantage because you won't get caught in believing them. So these are some of the common myths that get bandied around every day. Now, I'm sure that as a parent with someone with an eating disorder, you have lots of people telling you why they have the eating disorder. Now, we know that they're very complex, as we've said. So what we're going to help you do is find out what the real cause is.